That place, knowing that they were controversial, knowing they had enemies, they should have had concealed carry. They should have had an armed guard. They should have been protecting themselves, knowing that this guy, and here's the big takeaway, had been threatening them. People told the police he's going to be the next mass shooter. He'd been on Twitter making all these incredible threats, and again, nothing was done. Just like when Peter Fonda calls for violence and kidnapping and pedophilia. Just like when other washed-up Hollywood stars, Cusack came out and called for, firebombing government facilities. Just like when Antifa publishes the names and homes of ICE agents, nothing's being done. And that's what's encouraging all this. When people violate the law and say, I'm going to come kill you for sure. Not metaphorical, no. But when you say, I'm coming to get you, people need to get in trouble. And on top of that, people need to take responsibility to protect themselves and be armed if you are already a target. And so most of these newsrooms are liberal, they're anti-gun, and they wish that they could disarm everybody. Maybe they'd be safe. That's not how it works.
Any words about the dead in Annapolis? Any words about the dead in Annapolis, Mr. President? Can you talk about the active shooters in Annapolis? Could you please talk to us about the dead reporters in Annapolis?
Mr. President, will you keep talking?
Do you have any words of condolence for the families, Mr. President?
Why are you walking away?
Why won't you come and talk to us about that?
So this is President Trump walking on the White House grounds being harassed by the media. You wouldn't believe that they would sink this low, but they go lower every day.
So we have another deranged individual who had a score to settle with the Gazette newspaper over a defamation suit he brought 6-7 years before and lost, going in with a shotgun and shooting and killing 5 people. And so now all gun owners are guilty, and President Trump is guilty, and because he's simply walking across the White House lawn, he's running away from questions. This is all how they spin things. It'd be like if you were walking in the front door of your house and your neighbor yelled across the street, "Why are you running?" It's just a stupid Perry Mason type tactic that's used to make it have the illusion the president's done something wrong, and they do this over and over again. Separately, CNN, MSNBC, they're all blaming the public being angry at the media for their lying and their behavior, to conservatives and to the president, creating a climate that allowed this to happen when this had nothing to do with it. This was this guy's own private beef that started with some woman he was reportedly stalking that expanded into this long-term feud with the paper. But now they're projecting it onto conservatives, while simultaneously CNN has big articles about how dare Sean Hannity mention this deranged guy and say maybe it's part of the larger climate of violence in this country that the left's calling for. Meanwhile, what do we see? We see Michael Moore saying, we need to put our bodies on the line. We've got Hillary Clinton making similar statements. The articles are all up on Infowars.com and DrudgeReport.com. Here's a few of them. Michael Moore, we have to put our bodies on the line to stop the president. There you go. Hillary Clinton calls for strength, quote, strength to resist Trump. On and on and on and on and on. This is the atmosphere. This is the system that's being pushed. And they're the ones that shot Scalise. They're the ones calling for violence. They're the ones saying kidnap Barron. They're the ones in all these different newspapers and magazines saying assassinate Trump. They're the ones with former CIA Deputy Director Phil Mudd on TV saying the government's going to kill this guy. And Chucky Schumer, 7 Ways to Sunday, and the intelligence agencies. They're the ones running cabals trying to overthrow this election. They're the ones trying to derail the country coming back. They're creating the civil war climate. And then every time there's any act of violence in the country connected to the climate or not connected, like this one, the evidence shows, they then project it onto those of us that are pro-America. If we then say maybe it's connected to you in response, they go, oh my God, this is outrageous. How dare you? This is the stunts they're pulling. But I'll say this. That place, knowing that they were controversial, knowing they had enemies, they should have had concealed carry. They should have had an armed guard. They should have been protecting themselves, knowing that this guy, and here's the big takeaway, had been threatening them. People told the police he's going to be the next mass shooter. He'd been on Twitter making all these incredible threats, and again, nothing was done. Just like when Peter Fonda calls for violence and kidnapping and pedophilia. Just like when other people, washed up Hollywood stars, Cusack came out and called for, firebombing government facilities. Just like when Antifa publishes the names and homes of ICE agents, nothing's being done. And that's what's encouraging all this. When people violate the law and say, I'm going to come kill you for sure. Not metaphorical, no. But when you say, I'm coming to get you, people need to get in trouble. And on top of that, people need to take responsibility to protect themselves and be armed if you are already a target. And so most of these newsrooms are liberal, they're anti-gun, and they wish that they could disarm everybody. Maybe they'd be safe. That's not how it works. Just like Hillary Clinton has bodyguards, just like Michael Moore has bodyguards, just like David Hogg has been caught with all these armed bodyguards. Okay, they are part of the elite. They're going to have guns regardless. And crazies are always going to be able to get weapons, just like a jihadi can get a car or a bomb or a knife. It's the same thing. So the answer is begin to arm yourselves, liberals, to protect yourselves from your own kind, but also other deranged people that are out there. The conservatives, just like Mr. Woods came out, James Woods, a few days ago, and said, you need to get armed, you need to get trained, you need to get prepared, you need to vote. All right, folks, back to the live transmission at Owen, Shroyer. I'm Alex Jones reporting from the road, Infowars.com, Newswars.com, tomorrow's news today.
You know, I used to listen to Alex Jones 5 years ago, and he would do broadcasts talking about how there would be a shooting, and then the media and the left would blame conservatives, blame veterans, and now it's actually happening. But I didn't think this would be the event. When you have all of the evidence that shows that that's not the case, this wasn't necessarily because of the charged political climate at all. It was a incident where you had an individual that was clearly deranged, had made threats. People knew that basically they knew he was going to do this, just like the Florida shooter, and just let it happen. But they're actually trying to pin this on President Trump and conservatives, and it's insane. But when you look at the same group of people taking a photo from 2014 and claiming that that's President Trump putting kids in cages, when you look at a group of people that take a photo of a young girl crying that was actually rescued by Border Patrol agents, and they say that that's Trump separating children from their families, and they commit to it, and then they double down on it, and then they protest over it for weeks, why should I be shocked that they would go with total fake news and think that this shooting has anything to do with being politically conservative or liberal or any president? But, you know, it's amazing that while they'll sit here and call for violence, they'll then look at you and blame you for violence while calling for violence. They will be the most uncivil, unhinged people on earth and then look at you and say, you're uncivil. This is peak Twilight Zone. It honestly is peak Twilight Zone. But just when you thought it was peak Twilight Zone, traitor Barack Hussein Obama made a public speech yesterday that I've got a few pull quotes that I'm going to cover in the next segment that you won't believe. In the meantime, during this break, why don't you check out InfoWarsStore.com? We've got a new list of specials, and I'm looking at these specials. I think Alex Jones just said, just get the lowest price that we've ever offered on anything and just put it out there for this special. This is the Second American Revolution 4th of July super sale. Listen to some of these specials. Brain Force Plus, 50% off. Survival Shield X2, 40% off. Knockout Sleep Aid, $17.76. Silver Bullet, $9.95. Stock up on Silver Bullet right now. Super Male Vitality, 50% off. DNA Force Plus, that's a flagship flagship product, 50% off. The Real Red Pill Plus, 50% off. All Super Blue products are 50% off. All Super Blue products. That's the mouthwash. That's the immune gargle. That's the fluoride-free toothpaste. All Super Blue products are 50% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com. And then if you don't have an Alexa Pure Breeze yet, it's $100 off at InfoWarsStore.com. Alexa Pure Breeze air filter, $100 off at InfoWarsStore.com. And here's the kicker. Every product I just mentioned, free shipping, because you have free shipping store-wide right now during the Second American Revolution 4th of July super sale. We'll be right back with quotes from former President Trader Obama that you won't believe.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
You're a white male! You're a white man!
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Support good oral health with our one-of-a-kind Super Blue fluoride-free products. InfoWars Life brings you a revolutionary toothpaste blend with iodine and nano silver designed to deliver a powerful clean. Enjoy a minty fresh flavor made with peppermint oil, or try our bubblegum flavor. Pair this groundbreaking toothpaste with the Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and supercharge your oral health. Our amazing mouthwash features natural oils and ancient ingredients used since Aboriginal and biblical times. Instead of containing fluoride, our Super Blue line is loaded with the good halogen iodine and an array of other beneficial compounds that have been hand-selected for their oral health benefits. Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and toothpaste are the first and only to contain all of these natural ingredients: xylitol, nano silver, and iodine. Notice the difference with our Super Blue fluoride-free products. Refresh your breath and invigorate your oral health routine at InfoWarsStore.com. That's InfoWarsStore.com.